Happy high vibrations, everybody. May your mind, body, and soul be whole. May your spirit be clean. May your body be separate from that machine. When we stay on the law, our Patan Meditator guides and protects you. Okay. You know what? First thing I want to say, again, is thank you, everybody, because we're working. Us. Okay? It's for real. It's happening. Okay? I can feel it. As much as things just seem kind of tough. I mean, I've read a couple posts, and that Biden guy, I mean, whoa. How would you like the leader of the free world stepping in and saying the darkest days are ahead? Woo! I'm telling you, man, that's like some great motivation, eh? Well, we're going to get real right now. What I want to contribute today is this. You cannot operate in your higher self when you're at a lower level. Okay? And I'm serious. We're all, including myself, at a lower level than what we need to be. All right? As much as we can be all cerebral and breaking things down, I appreciate things we're all doing, because, you know, it's like a fly, right? A fly has like many little eyes and, you know, one eye or two eyes, right? Meaning it could just like see, it's got like multiple lenses. So we're all individual lenses that are coming up with one, you know, view that's going to help us, you know, get into control of this seriousness, because we are literally in a time, okay, when this can happen. All right? Why do you think they're not even, you know, sticking to their own laws? They can change them to doing anything right now, because it's the wild, wild west. Everything is open. Okay? Okay, we're gonna be able to operate in our higher selves because we're gonna reach the level of accepting responsibility that we need to have. Okay? Okay, we need to be hungry. Okay? And it needs to be automatic. It needs to be as easy as breathing. Okay? But just as necessary. Okay? And all of us, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to be real. Okay? Because there's a lot of decoders out there, a lot of deciphers, a lot of uncoders, a lot of key holders, you know, and unfortunately there's a lot of shareholders in the satanic system that are posing. Okay? And until we you know, reach, you know, the level of our ego, we're going to remain only with our egos. Okay? So the first thing is we need to be in our higher selves in order to operate in our higher selves. The second is you know what? What day is it today? It's the 30th. And so didn't we have a grand conjunction on the 21st? So that marked the end of a space continuum. Okay? And it's starting another one. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was this year or last year or maybe the year before, the Earth itself actually started turning counterclockwise again, because it was going clockwise. Okay? So there's a lot of new things that are happening. And so what I'm getting at is this is day 9. Okay? Day 8 if you want to start it on the 22nd. Okay? If today's 30th, doing the quick math. Okay? That's how we have to look at it. That's higher level mentality. Okay? We need to throw everything out. The baby, the water, the tub. Everything. Everything needs to go. Everything. Like, you can't hold on to this and hold on to that, and everything needs to go. Okay? Seriously. That's how we have to get at this. Okay? And when I'm saying everything needs to go, the shells of everything are going to remain. Okay? But the spirit, okay, our attachments, our love affairs for this past time being, okay, we got to let this being go. It had its time. Okay, it's time for something new. We're not going to have a new, a second Jesus, or Tamuzi, or Shabazz, or whatever, Horus. It's something new. All right, that's what we gotta. That's seriously, okay. It's day 8, okay, and we need to be dedicated to this. All right, that's what it is in our hearts and our minds. In our hearts and our minds, it's day 8, okay, or day 8, if you want, or day 9, okay. But whatever, it's not 2020. It's, if we go by the Ethiopian calendar, there's a conflict because they're in 2012 going to 2013. That's why the stars in the cosmos, have these magnificent events that we've been having all year. Just like it's being said, by our ancient brothers and sisters. All right? So we are getting into our higher selves, out of our lower selves, so we can operate in our higher selves. Today is day 8, okay? So what have we done for ourselves in this new space and time, 8 days in, right? That's how we need to be looking at it. Okay, we need to all the ammunition as possible because it's a psychological warfare. So we have to have something to negotiate with, straight up. If we have our own narrative, if we have our own things, then they at least have to come and say, hey man, these certain groups of people or whatever are stupid. They got to send their bots out, the people that have been bought, that are bots now, right? I'm gonna get to that. Okay, so that's how we need to look at it. The next thing we need to establish is, like I've said in my last video, I don't need to spend a lot of time in this video, okay? But we need to basically create, our spiritual entity that we can unify our energy towards, so that we can really start manipulating the etheric realm, okay? We need to do this. It's like, I don't know what's happening, okay? Really, like, come on, peeps. Okay. All right. We need to get real. All right. We need to get real. Okay. We're still going to make our money. We're still going to do this, but we're going to get real. Okay. Before I forget, I'm going to go a little bit quickly off topic here. Money. Okay. So a lot of us, okay, I'm included in this, because I'm speaking to you. It's not happening to me personally, but I am you and you are me. So we're getting these checks, right? And a lot of you are speaking, it's it's a lot better than, not saying nothing and going buying crack or whatever. Okay? A lot of you are speaking about buying stocks and stuff. So just, whoa. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so you're getting your little $600, okay? And then you're going to go put it back into a system that they control. So they're giving you money to prop up their system, okay? And that system, I already explained in my other video, it is going to at least zap out so they can cancel out everything. And I'm going to explain quickly why, okay? Because you had the leader, Kraus, I think his name is, Kraus Claus, the leader of the WEF, the World Economic Federation, he basically came out and said, it's imminent. It's like, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time, and it's gonna make the pandemic look like child's play. Okay, and that we need to shore up our cyber infrastructure. Okay, and I said clearly, if the stocks do not go down after this guy's announcement, then it is really a media based fear thing going on. Okay, so sure enough, a few days later, some stocks went down. Bitcoin, I guess, is still doing well, but whatever the case may be, buy food. Okay, that's what you need to do with your money, or put your money with some people and go start buying land. A lot of people are, popping off and stuff like that, and then there's a lot of stuff happening. Go buy some land. Go get 50, 10 of yous, whatever. Go put your money and go buy some land, or that's a lot better investment than any Bitcoin, because at least you can plant some seeds or whatever. You can go stand on it and at least die on it if that's what's going to happen. But the bottom line is, don't go be putting money back in their system. That's just my input. I know a lot of the gentlemen that I listen to, the warriors, I'm separating what they do from just my opinion. I'm not, whatever works for you. Some people have a surplus of money. Some people they have their food so they can do this. It's a whole different situation. But for a lot of you guys who are just struggling and you're just kind of waking up and you're trying to start, making some good decisions, keep your money. Okay, so back to what I really wanted to talk about. So we establish having to be in our higher selves, getting out of our lower selves so we can operate in our higher selves. We explain that we have to look at this new. In our hearts and our minds, we have to say, look, this is day 8. Okay, what have we done? What are we going to do? Okay, and so what we have to understand is that I don't know what the ancients called the Aquarius, and all this types of stuff, right? But I know what this time being has proclaimed. Okay, and from studying, you can go Google it. Just quick story on Aquarius. Okay, is that you're dealing with a little shepherd, whatever, that was spotted in the field by Zeus, who then took the shepherd and had his way with him, and allowed the other gods to have his way from him. And Zeus's wife, didn't like this, and so, told the boy to go away or whatever, but he didn't want to do this, whatever. So the long story short, he made the stars and after his lover, in memory of his lover and stuff like that, right? And so what I'm getting at is, then you have you look at the age of Aquarius, right? And so you got to look how these people work. Okay, there's a lot of spells going on. Okay, and there's a lot of, when you put your heart into it, you got to look at it as a car. Okay, and so a car is the vehicle. It's the thing that it wants to be alive. It's gonna take wherever it needs to go. Okay, and so then you have the power cord that's red. Okay, and so this is the idea. This is the driving force. This is the motivator. Okay, this is the motivator. So this comes with the ideology, everything that's coming from the draconian society, let's just say. Okay, and so then you have the people who can operate the etheric world, who can actually interface with the solar system, that can manifest these things into material matter. Okay, and that's we the people. That's us. Okay, and so us soul beings take this interface, our soul, take the fear, whatever energy, manifest it. So that is grounding, because we are connected to the solar system, right? We're connected to, so we're the grounding, right? So we're on the other end of that battery now. So now with their fear, and they're putting us in ideas, and even if it's a good idea, it's even worse if we think it's good, because then we're using love energy, right? So basically, when you use love energy, you have conflict. When you have fear, then you just have a pure, whatever their idea was, right? So this incident, they want to mandate these vaccines, all that stuff, so they're putting all this fear. So that's all we're going to get, right? Because we can't find anything good in it, and there's nothing good in it, all right? And so basically what's happening now is we're grounding that stuff. We're grounding it, okay? We're grounding it. And so what we need to do is we need to separate from that. Okay, and I've explained that into my other video. I denounce Satan. That's what we need to do immediately. It separates it. No energy. Okay, starts to blink. Right, the lights go off. All right. Now our psychology. Okay, we're talking age of Aquarius. Okay, and so we have right? We have the term Okay, so let's just let that represent space and time. Okay, right? It's like a pronoun. You know what I'm saying? It's it's a stage. Okay, and then we immediately go where. Okay, and so I already told you the story about Zeus, but it's not even that. Okay, it's scarier than that, because if you look at the word term queer, right? It's just, strange, weird, and all that stuff, right? But then you have us, right? And so let us be us, meaning the subject, the objects that we're dealing with. Let us be the objects that we're dealing with. Okay, and stranging us be the is what's happening, the subject. Okay, and so what we are looking at is a period in time where we're going to be estranged from the spirit, the great vine, from vinity. I didn't say divinity. I said vinity. Okay? So I think I explained that in a poem. Go check it out. Christopher A. Chaplin, art by cac.com. And you'll see that little poem that explains divinity quickly. Anything you put a D in front of, you just disconnected it from its main purpose. Right? Okay? So if you look at a vine as, something that grows and fruits, are attached to it, which are life forms, and then you look at it like a veins, right? And so when you devein something, it doesn't have any way to receive life, right? It doesn't have any way to receive life. So for me, I can't, having this kind of perspective on how I look at words and things is very difficult for me to say that word divine, because it's disconnecting from what a vine is, and a vine is a vein, and the vein is what flows life, and even gods have to have this charge in order to be active. So for me, that is what is. Okay, that is what is. There's no argument here on names and all this stuff. That's how I'm looking at it stuff. Okay, I'm safe. Okay, that's what it's all about. You have to be able to walk strong. All right. So going back to what I said, okay, we are going into age, and we're all talking about clarity, not understanding that we're getting the clarity because we're getting melitite in our atmosphere from the red iron oxide. Okay, we're getting melanin. There's hydrogen, gas being introduced into our atmosphere from all the planets. There's so many different gases that are increasing cell-to-cell communication, synapses in your body. Okay, so not only are we going to heal faster with the cells that need to heal, but here we're processing things faster, right? So we're no longer able to believe in things and have faith in things because we're processing at a speed where we need to it needs to be physical. You understand? It needs to be physical. So that's why we're all into this manifesting. Okay? So we need to understand exactly what's going on here. Okay, one's not doing the other. One's doing this and the other is doing that. Okay? And so we need to realize that, the age of Aquarius came in at the same time Zeus came in, like all those things. So we don't own that. Okay, we don't own that. So we're just accepting, whatever we want to believe is true, that we've picked out from the shit, from the septic tank. Okay, we're not discerning. We're not looking at it for what it is. The language is there. We just want to get too creative, right? We're just trying to get too creative, with the language, and not looking at it for what it is, right? And if we look at it for what it is, we need to establish what it's telling us we need to establish. And it's a new age, it's a new clock, right? It's 8 days in, 9 days in. Okay, that's the mentality, right? We need to be in our higher selves, right? Can't operate in our lower selves and then, be in our, and then, want to think that we can operate in our higher selves. We maybe operate in, more better, but we're not at the top, right? We're not falcons, we're not phoenixes, high up, sun in our back, looking down at stuff. We're not there yet, because we're not thinking like that. Okay, we're still holding on to whatever we think, whatever pact, whatever we think. Like I said, we need to break it. Do yourself a favor, man. You know how good you're gonna feel, and I know a lot of you. Thank you very much, for helping out and not doing this for me. I'm not getting anything but, feeling good that I'm able to help remove these horns, right? That's what it's all about. Okay, so we need to, go into this new age. I'm not here to create any names. Okay, like I said, that's a whole new friggin' set of arguments now. What are we gonna call this age, right? Like I said, it's us. So let's just stick to that, maybe. Other than that, let's just first get rid of this old mess, right? And then, rebuild our kingdoms. That's what we need to do. Okay, but we really need to just go into this, with the upper echelons mentality. Okay, we need to up our game. All right, we need to do this. All right, this is just, we're there. We just need to, see the opportunity, man. It's the wild, wild west right now. All goes. Now about the bot and the bots. Whoa, so I was talking to somebody today, and during the conversation, they mentioned that, we were talking about, that test, and how, why don't they take it in the mouth where there's a larger area where they can, more of this bacteria or the virus would be, you have your tongue, you have your cheeks, it's such a wide area, right? More access, and plus all these masks and stuff like that, right? And basically they're trying to say that it gets back here, but then they're going all the way here. So how is it going to go all the way back there? And wouldn't it be better still to go back there? But so anyways, they were going on about how this guy at work, not her work, but I guess at a work that he didn't enjoy at the time, was complaining that he was constantly having to go in to get tests, and he was like anti-government and not wanting to test and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, funny, like how lately, he was literally just like, this is the greatest job and stuff like that and everything like that. So I'm like saying, wow. And then when you really think about it, like, we have to take a minute here, okay? Like, where we're going is to make it very, very simple, okay? And then just to keep this black and white, and we're gonna act like we're ignorant, and we are just at a level where it's just surface based, and we think this is just about money, okay? So imagine being one of these big Fortune 100 companies, or whoever can afford it, and you're advertising. So you know how, like, when you're watching something, advertisements come up, and they got to pay for the amount of clicks, and it's percentage, maybe the people that click will buy, and blah blah blah. So imagine being a store owner, and you could actually, like, design who you want walking into your store. and you're paying whatever, right? I'm talking Sims, man. Okay, and we all know this. Okay, we all know this. All right. And then we're all being prepared for our gas taxes to be going up. You know, this carbon tax, you know, Biden's talking about it here, you know, our, you know, leader is talking about it. And you got to look at this. Okay, so you got Bill Gates just got the okay to put up a nano screen or whatever type of tint system that they say they're putting up. I say that they've already had this thing going, but whatever. They're just saying that they're putting it up now. Okay, so everybody knows how important the sun is, and we're already dealing with all sorts of geoengineering, cloud, you know, all sorts of chemtrails, just ionizing the atmosphere. It's just, it's crazy what's happening now. So how in the world can you be talking environment and all this stuff when you're now doing that, you know? Like, and then this system, this 5G system having to power everything, and all these satellites they have to put all over the world. What I'm getting at is we need to do a lot more than sharing posts. We need to stop complaining. We need to voice our intelligence. Okay? We really need to stop arguing. Okay? We need to literally voice our common sense. Okay? I saw a little video the other day of a forest fire, and you know what color that smoke was? It was black, it was gray, and it was all trees, no rubber, no nothing. It was all gray and black. Okay, coming from, and so, you know, what I'm getting at, we're dealing with a red iron oxide. Okay? You're not gonna tell me that those California fires are being seen all over the world, everywhere. You know, come on, man. Okay, so these are the things that we need to be proclaiming and we need to stick to it. And the most important thing we need to do is we need to sever ourselves from the system, and you know what to do. I denounce Satan, man. All right, and we need to think. We have to let go of this age of Aquarius. The reason why it's going to be all transparent and stuff is because they're not going to be able to show you things on TV. Your imagination is not going to be dedicated to true or false. Okay? Your imagination is going to be dedicated for, you know, fueling your extrasensory perception. All right? I'm telling you this. Trust me. Okay? Trust what the universe is telling you. Okay? You got to separate what's happening. Okay, what's happening to you physically is happening to you for physical reason. What's happening to us on a spiritual level is happening for us for spiritual reasons. All right? And so, you know, all this stuff that's going to contribute to what is going to look like powers is only because we're having more nutrients to our neurological, to our nervous system. Okay? And so our nervous system is going to be able to respond and interact with this environment, because everything is getting inundated right now with spores, okay, with cosmic spores. All right. So, you know, this video was about you can't operate in your higher self when you're on a lower level. Okay. We are in day 8. Okay. We don't want the age of Aquarius because we don't want to be estranged from the spirit, from the divinity, from the infinity, okay? The inner divinity, okay? Because that's what this age, that's what they want, okay? They have us all somehow, oh, age of Aquarius, everything's transparent, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is? Okay? Shout out to Know the Edge, okay? Or Know the Ledge, sorry. All right? Like, listen, it is going to be a savage year, okay? You know what it's actually going to be, okay? It's going to be the age, or at least the year, okay, of the raptor, okay? I didn't say rapture, okay? I said raptor, okay? Because straight up, okay, we're going to be, it's going to be very spiritual, Okay, and you know why it's going to be savage like a raptor? Because spirits don't have feelings, man and women, boys and girls, children of all ages. Spirits don't have feelings. Okay, I already explained this to you. You know, 2014 or 16, you know, I put them in my World War Sun, whatever. Been saying this for a long time. Okay? What fuels everything, including God, what holds the charge, what has us all, what hosts us all, what we host us all, what's hosted in all is what's in your veins, blood, okay? The electrons, everything, this charge, okay? Even appliances have wires that can make connections to whatever's moving, okay? This is it, man. You gotta get off of this Thor stuff, this, you know, this God stuff. That's all petri dish level stuff. We gotta go, you know, above that. Okay, we're not artificial constructing anything. Okay, let them worship the dog star because, you know, those are the beings, you know, that use the petri dish. You know, so that's okay. They can flip that and have their top dog be God. Okay, but that's all Germanic stuff, not, you know, Germany, you know, but Germanic stuff. All right. So thank you very much. I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna come out with some more, you know, videos as we go on, and you know, one day maybe I'll have a little bit of better equipment. That's why you're gonna support me. Okay, you can start off with likes, start off with subscription. I am heavily shadow banned. Okay, you know how it goes. Okay, so let's come on, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. All right. Christopher A. Chaplin, Tahuti Ah, and WorldWarSun.com, IDenounceSatan.com, ArtByCAC.com, Steridian.com. I can go on and on, but I got work to do. Okay? I really, really do. Just putting it out there because I got to. All right? Thanks very much. And you know what you got to do. Okay? Let's think. It's day 9 tomorrow, day 10. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, that's how we need to think. Okay, we need to get out of our lower selves. Okay, we need out of this lower level. I'm not saying it's in our lower selves. Listen, we're at a higher level. Okay, but we're not in our higher, like, you know what I'm saying? We got still one foot in the old door. You know what I mean? It's like we don't want to let go. We have to let go. We're gonna rock and roll, do everything that we used to do. You know, the way we did it, it's just going to be done faster. Okay, but we need to let go of that heavy weight. We call it the satanic system. We really need to do this, man. You got to understand, like, straight up, this is not no Jesus shit or no Muhammad shit, no Islam or whatever. This is Steridian stuff. This is spiritual stuff. We can hold on to absolutely everything. You just got to let it go. All right.